A day or two has passed since the Game Awards have concluded. So I have a couple videos lined up of kind of like my thoughts on like kind of like a post-mortem. I want to talk about like the awards won and my thoughts on that. I also am going to do a video where I just rewatch the trailers that I liked the most because I just want to look at them again because there was some bangers, dude. There were some bangers. And then we're going to wrap this up with like my personal top 10. And those are three videos, 3 separate videos. They'll all come out here soon. So we're going to just hang out. We're going to do that. Arc Raiders, I guess. I mean, yeah, throw the losers a bone. I mean, it's fine. It's a fun, from what I've seen, Arc Raiders is a fun game. So, you know, give them that. In actuality, I feel like Peak or Night Rain or even Battlefield 6. I do not think Arc Raiders should have gotten that. Sports Racing, this is stupid. I don't think Mario Kart World should have got that. I honestly think it should have been between Rematch and Sonic Racing Crossworlds. I think Sonic Racing Crossworlds does way more interesting stuff with the stages. And it's got freaking Yakuza characters in it, so suck my dick, Nintendo. Sim Strategy, I don't have much to say on this. I heard cool things about the altars. A re-release of Final Fantasy Tactics is kind of a meh decision for a win, but it's also like that's a really good game, so cool. Best family game. If Donkey Kong Bonanza had to get an award, I'm glad it got this one. I've heard nothing but good things, and it's the only nominee for Game of the Year that I didn't play, so I'm glad it got something. Genuinely, I am glad that it got something. Best fighting game. Here's the deal. I'm a loser bitch who cares too much about this category. The right game did win the award. If a game on this list had to get the award, it should have been Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. It's 2 XKOs in early access. Capcom Fighter Collection 2 is a collection of old games. Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection is a collection of old games. And Virtua Fighter 5 Revo is just a $10 expansion that modernizes Virtua Fighter 5. It is still Virtua Fighter 5. Best RPG. So here is the first little divot, right? I chose Expedition 33 when I did my initial vote for fun, and that's what won. I have since played Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. We're going to continue to talk about the sweep that Expedition 33 went through. I actually think I'd give this award specifically to Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Genres are a weird thing, and I don't much believe in what genres are called and what games there are. Straight up Monster Hunter Wilds isn't an RPG. I wouldn't consider it an RPG, and yet here it is because there isn't a category for best hunting game. Expedition 33 winning it though does make sense. So like, I'm not gonna hate on it winning that award. It deserved it, but so does KCD2. It's a good game. Fast action adventure. The only reason I didn't vote for Hollow Knight Silksong was because I didn't play it. I played Hollow Knight 1 and I am having an amazing time with it. I put in Death Stranding 2 and I would personally stick by that. I am actually very happy though that Silksong got this. Glad it got something genuinely. Jeff's little comment, like, we gave it an award, see, was a little snarky, and I wasn't a huge fan of that. It really implied that he knew for sure, hey, we aren't going to give it another award, so, like, here's your bone. Best action game. I am very happy that Hades 2 won that. It is the best game in this list. It is, without a doubt. Shinobi is close. Shinobi was a really solid game. I loved how that game looked and it felt amazing. Hades 2 is a 10 out of 10. Uma Musume. Funniest part of the night was when freaking Sydney could not fucking say the name. Umasume? What did she call it? Umasume? I don't even remember what she called it, but it was super funny that she just couldn't say the name Uma Musume. Pretty derby. Go Horse Girls. Best debut indie game. Okay, I think this should have gone to Dispatch. I have recently changed my feelings on certain aspects of Expedition 33's sweep. It's a debut game from this independent studio. Yes, I wish Megabonk was still here because honestly that should have won it. Best indie game. Okay, so based off of the conversation of what an indie game is, and this definition changes, but the definition I have always personally gone off of is Is it self-published, or did a third party help publish the game? And if that is the definition we're going off of, the only games on this list that are actually indie are Hades 2 and Hollow Knight Silksong. That being said, if we go off of that logic, probably Silksong, because this is the E33 show and E33 won it. I don't even dislike that that was the choice. Like, again, E33 wins. I get why. It was a huge deal, and I love that game. The game deserves its roses. It does. I think this is so hilarious that Baldur's Gate 3 won this. Just again, just like game of the year again, won another award this year. No Man's Sky, it winning the other one, we'll see it in a minute, was really cool. I'm kind of surprised Marvel Rivals didn't win this. I kind of am. I'm glad No Man's Sky won. I'm really happy that No Man's Sky won. I need to jump back in and give that game another solid go. Marvel Rivals is fun. Helldivers 2 kind of went through a little bit of a rut this year. I liked the Halo 3 ODST stuff. It was just kind of cosmetics and some guns that weren't even that good. Best performance. What a silly award. What a silly award this was this year. Troy Baker, phenomenal job. Phenomenal job. Natsukato from Silent Hill F, really good job. Jennifer English, amazing. Eric Ishii did great job. Charlie Cox did amazing. Ben Starr, also amazing. I think every single person up here could have gotten that award, and I would have been happy with that choice. I voted for Jennifer English at the end of the day because Mael's character is just so like heartbreaking and beautiful, and Jennifer English just killed it. There was a part of me that would have loved, I was talking to a friend of mine about this, if Ben Starr had won. I think more than anything, we were excited about what his speech was going to be if Ben had won. But I really like that Jennifer English did a shout out to neurodivergent and ADHD folks. I think that was really cool. Audio design. Battlefield 6 winning this makes sense. Generally, a Battlefield or a Call of Duty gets this award. The audio design in Silent Hill F is so good. I feel like people sleep on the audio design of Expedition 33. It's something that people don't think about much. That game has impeccable audio design. It's part of the reason why the parry system even works, because the audio design functions so perfectly. So honestly, I would have probably like my personal picks would have been Silent Hill F or Claire Expedition 33, but Battlefield 6 taking it makes sense, and I'm not upset about that. Pretty good. It's good audio. Every single one of these soundtracks is like nearly perfect. This isn't even necessarily a negative, but the one thing I'll say about the soundtrack for Expedition 33 is if you speak French, the soundtrack spoils the game. I jammed so hard to the music in Expedition 33 this year. One of the songs in one of the boss fights, a very specific one that's shown a lot on the internet, was like my number 6 song on Spotify. Art direction, E33 deserves this award, but so does Death Stranding 2, so does Ghost of Yotei, so does Hades 2, and so does Hollow Knight Silksong. This was a tricky year, right? It's just tough. When I initially did my voting, I picked E33. The more I think about it, and I've had some like thought and considering, I probably would have given this to Hades 2. I love how that game looks, but E33 has an amazing visual design. Best narrative, I still think Silent Hill F is the best story told in games this year, but I would have given this to Silent Hill F. Second place going to E33, and then third place Death Stranding 2, then probably Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, and then Ghost of Yotei. Probably. It's hard to say. I honestly kind of stand by my choice of game direction going to Hades 2. They made a nearly perfect roguelike with an amazing art style, great music, amazing combat, cool weapons, great characters. Perfect game. Nearly perfect, but the story behind E33 and the team that made it is really interesting. Death Stranding 2 and Ghost of Yotei kind of follow under this same belt of like, we definitely just made a sequel to the game before it. They didn't do anything necessarily ambitious, but I don't think that's a problem. Big one, game of the year. It's E33. Like, it is. Like, my vote at the end of it all was going to be E33. I think E33 earns that award easily. It's close second to me personally is Hades 2. I'd probably follow that up with Death Stranding 2, then Kingdom Come Deliverance, and then Donkey Kong Bonanza. But again, Donkey Kong Bonanza I didn't play, so take my thoughts with a grain of salt. People are getting pretty upset about the E33 sweep, and I don't necessarily blame them. I get it. I get why people are upset about it. I don't really care. Like there's, at least for me personally, I'm like, it was a fun award show to watch, and this team of devs all wearing like striped French shirts and wearing berets and having baguettes on their back all got to have a fun night out and celebrate a huge and major accomplishment for this industry, which was, let's break away from the major corporations and let's do something that we want to make. Let's make the game that we've always wanted to make, and they did, and it's remarkably good. Remarkably. The Miss Piggy stuff was kind of fine. It was okay. I miss the old dudes from last year. They were very, those were funny bits, in all honesty. Jeff is a powerhouse, like he is. We give Jeff some flack. I give Jeff some flack. You know, some decisions get made. We don't necessarily all agree with every decision we made, but he has gone through some shit, man. He's been having a hard time, but he's doing what he loves, and I think that that's really cool, and I respect him immensely. I respect Mr. Keeley immensely for the time and effort he puts into making this show, making Summer Game Fest. He works very hard, and you can tell that he loves what he does, and I think that that's amazing. I think it's really cool, and I think it's really good that we have somebody in this gaming industry like Jeff. I really do.